Well, if you love theater just as much as I love flowers, tomorrow begins the best time for you. Chicago Theater Week gives you the chance to see the plays and musicals for a fraction of the price. Here to tell us all about it is the Executive Director of the League of Chicago Theaters, Deb Clabb. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on your 6th year of Chicago Theater Week.
I know. I can't believe it's been 6 years.
I can't either. That's what we say about the show. It's been 7 years. So we're right there neck and neck. So for folks at home who don't know what this is, describe it to them.
So Chicago Theater Week, all of the theaters in Chicago all get together and they offer $15 and $30 tickets to every single show that is showing throughout Chicagoland during the time of Theater Week, February 8th to the 18th.
All the theaters?
Everything.
Wow.
Everything is $15 and $30. So it's really, we have 120.
That's good. I was going to ask you, the price points are 15 to 30, and that's it for the whole week?
Some are lower, actually. There's a few that are lower than 15. There's 120 theaters participating. So it's really, it's amazing. Yeah.
All right, well, let's give them some options. So let's start with our very first one. We are talking about Chicago Opera Theater. Tell us what folks can see there.
Yeah, Chicago Opera Theater. The show is called Elizabeth Cree, and it is a opera. It's actually a murder mystery opera, which you see murder in operas a lot, but this is actually a murder mystery. It's based on a novel, and it is a really fantastic show. And, you know, I love Chicago Opera Theater because it's sort of the other, I love the Lyric too, but this is a smaller company. They're playing at the Studebaker Theater, which is a beautiful little jewel box of a theater. Yeah. It's a great show. And
I love the concept of the murder mystery.
Yeah.
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 I love that kind of stuff.
And you know, it's 90 minutes. And I don't usually like to talk about, you know, how long the show is. Yeah. But you expect opera to be, you know, 4 hours and, you know, you have dinner in between. This is 90 minutes. It's a murder mystery. And it's really, really great.
Sounds good.
I really recommend it.
Okay. And let's talk about Definition Theater Company.
Yeah. Definition Theater Company is a small theater company. They are young. They are incredibly talented. The show is called Man Moon Walk, and it is a story of a young man who's he's heading home actually for his mother's funeral, but he's coming to grips with all of the things that happened sort of in his childhood and with his identity. And written by a playwright named James I. James, and it's a little bit it's a little bit of an absurdist kind of a play, so it's not exactly linear, but really interesting piece by some incredibly talented young actors.
It sounds interesting. Yeah. All right, what about Writers Theater?
Writers Theater is, that's A Moon for the Misbegotten. So a classic Eugene O'Neill play. Actually, they say that this play is the sequel to Long Day's Journey into Night. And it is directed by Bill Brown, a really well-known Chicago director. Really, it should be, I haven't seen it yet, but a really great production. And if you haven't been up to Writers yet and seen their space, which they just opened a couple of years ago, really spectacular space and always great work there. Okay,
well, we can't forget something for the kids. What about the Children's Theater?
Yeah, Chicago Children's Theater. They are doing a show called My Birthday Surprise. And it is a really, it's got music, it's got puppetry, it's got everything you could ask for, and they actually ask the audience to participate in this birthday party. And it's for young audiences, and it has a really great, wonderful, warm message about acceptance and diversity. It's a really, really great show. And again, Chicago Children's Theater, the work is really spectacular.
For sure. And same thing with the American Theater Company.
Yeah, American Theater Company. The work there is just amazing. And this show is, it's about the Cuban Missile Crisis. And it's not about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's about two families living next door to each other in the 60s during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And what they've done is they have actually, the characters in the play are played by, like the two fathers are played by women. And so they've really kind of taken this and
put a little twist on it.
Put a little twist on it. And they really, Kelly Simpkins, great Chicago actor, plays one of the dads. Penelope Walker, also an amazing Chicago actor, plays the other dad. And it's really, they've done such a good job kind of flipping the 60s on its head, right? Playing with sort of these cultural norms that were norms in the 60s but aren't norms now. And also considering the Cuban Missile Crisis.
And this one's called We're Gonna Be Okay. And that are 6 choices for you to check out. Chicago Theater Week. Deb, thank you so much for being here. Runs through February 18th. All of the information is on WindyCityLive.com. And guess what, audience? Everyone is going home with tickets to the American Theater Company's production of We're Gonna Be Okay.